the players for the second annual Gashimov Memorial 2015 in memory of Ugar Gashimov, who passed away in 2014. He's a great player, good guy too. He'll be sorely missed. Magnus Carlsen needs no introduction. World champion, #1 rated in the world. Fabiano Caruana, Italian-American. #2, sometimes 3 in the world. Anand from India, former world champion. Getting older, but he's still formidable. Anand from the Netherlands. Great world-class player. Wesley So just recently changed his federation in the United States. After a tough U.S. championship, he'll be looking for revenge. Vladimir Kramnik. I mean, who's... the guy's still a monster. Former world champion from Russia. Maxime Vichy-Lagrave from France. Top world-class player. Don't take Maxime lightly. Mamajarov from Azerbaijan, the home country of the tournament. Top world-class player. Ralph Mamanjov, I believe it's pronounced, also from Azerbaijan, top player in Azerbaijan. And I picked Mickey Adams, Michael Adams from England last. Mickey and I we're only one day apart in our birthdays. So there they are, folks. The 10 players in the second annual Gashimov Memorial 2015. Hi folks, John Cordisco back again. A game from round 5 of the second annual Gashimov Memorial chess tournament being played in Azerbaijan. As white, someone who needs no introduction in the chess world, former world champion from India, Vichy Anand. And as black, Wesley So, top 10 player in the world, originally from the Philippines, now playing for the U.S. Federation. Let's get to it. It's going to be a close reload pay. Anand is white, So is black. We pretty much seen this a couple of million times. Castle, pawn, castles, knight c3, pawn a3, knight to b8. Interesting. That must be a new move that Wesley's been working on. I've seen it before, but not very often. The computer likes bishop g4. Knight. Give me an idea. I'll go back here. After bishop b4, knight d to d5. I just don't like that pin. I would have probably played h3. Anyway, after b8, knight g5, knight c6. What to do? I think that knight's just hanging out in the wind there in g5. You should probably bring him back. But bishop a2 for Vichy, knight d4. Now, I'm not trying to be critical of Vichy. You're kidding, right? I mean, the guy's the former world champion. Knight to d2. Knight takes, queen takes, h6, kicking the knight. f4. Interesting. Here we go. It's starting. Now, oddly enough, the first move is knight to f3, but Vichy decides to go f4. He's really going for it now. This is going to be really cool. Pawn takes, knight g4, hitting that pawn twice. g6. Well, if you can't protect the pawn, you can't save it, push it. He can't really take it, of course, as you can see, because of the pin. Bishop g5. He's trying to get some pieces off the board, trying to get the queen over there. Just h3, bishop takes, rook takes. Knight has to come back. Now, here we go. Now, believe it or not, white is down a piece for a pawn, and he's got about a 3/4 pawn advantage. So this is a very well thought out. I mean, look at this here. We've got bishop bearing down, rook bearing down, pawn here. What to do? Queen of g5, of course. You put more pressure on f7. You got to be precise. Bishop takes, now pawn takes. Okay, so that pin is gone. g4, here come the other pawns. Why the hell not? What on earth is So going to do? Can't move the king here. to move the knight because it's pinned. Can't move the knight here or here. He can't take. He's all tied up. C6. What else can he do? Rook takes. Queen takes. Rook F1. Okay, got rid of one defending piece. Let's just pause and take a minute here and figure out what you would do if you were black here. You got to get your other rook over. This means you're going to have to move your queen. Queen E7. G5. The knight can't go anywhere. Frankly, rook F8 is the best move. And that's exactly what he did. Now pawn takes. Rook takes. King takes. Check. King E2. Now the queen can go nowhere. Can't go here, 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 or here. So only one space this queen can go here. Big deal, right? G takes. Now queen to G4. Attacking the pawn. And at the same time guarding the F4 square. He tries to... that queen's just going to have to play defense. Pawn. And this is where I think Wesley, under pressure, stumbles. Wesley's under a lot of pressure. He didn't do very well in the U.S. Championship. In fact, he said he had the worst tournament he ever had. He still had a decent showing, but he didn't play very well. And this tournament, he's in the lead, or tied for the lead with Carlsen. So he's under some pressure here. The computer likes A5, King G7. He goes D5. And now comes the other pawn. Okay. White's consolidated here. And it's funny, the computer gives his next move D4 question mark, but that was what the computer wanted, is the best move. King G7, A5. It's tough. Who'd like to be black in this, even if you're not playing Anand? B4, King G7, Queen F3. Now, I remember watching this live, or I should say the DVR video of it, and you can stop the video now and figure out what would happen if the queens were traded and the king ended up on F3. And white wins that scenario. It's a long, drawn-out pawn ending. The king is always frozen here with the queen's off because this pawn can queen, and that's the problem. So goes Queen F3. Of course, he doesn't trade. King D1. Here comes the king on the other side of the board. King G8. Queen F2. King G7. And now a really, really good move. Stop the video now and see if you can find a really good move here for Anand is white. I won't say what it is. Go ahead, stop the video. C3. Beautiful. Beautiful. Pawn takes. King C2. There's no way he can save that pawn. Queen C7. Queen infiltrates in. King G8. What else is he going to do? Queen C3. I mean, it's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. And that's... Whenever you play like this, and basically you're handcuffed. You can't do anything. It's really miserable mentally. A5. Queen H3, hitting the pawn. Pawn takes. Queen takes check. King F8. Now, technically right now, so's up a pawn. But it's a 4-point, almost a 4-point advantage for Anand. Pawn takes. Queen A7. He's figuring he's getting in the position, but look. Look how beautiful this queen guards this spot. King takes, queen checks. Now you got to realize this black queen can't go too far because Queen F2 is mate. King C2, A4 check, Queen B3. Beautiful. Queen A7. Here's another good move from Vichy. Very, very good move. Stop the video now. I'll help you with your pawn endings. D4. And we're at move 45, and Wesley Self said, that's enough. I've had enough of the pounding. And he resigned. To give you an idea what would have happened. Of course, we know he can't take. Queen to B2. And now he has to take, and it's over. Poor Wesley. Felt bad for him, but be careful. Kramnik's playing this tournament too. Don't let these old guys fool you. They're in their 40s, and they're still monsters. So you can't let up 1 minute. Kramnik is a monster, and Vichy can be a monster when he has to be, or the position allows him to be. Anyway, folks, that's a game from round 5 of the second annual Gashimov Memorial, playing Azerbaijan. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank all my new subscribers. I've gotten quite a few. Thank you very, very much. That's very kind. And as I always say, if you think chess is just a game, you're not playing it right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.